Alright. So. Right, I'm in the wrong window. So, World 2 begins today. World 2 is the sort of middle section of the game where you've been given access to every single tool, and now we're going to sort of flesh it out a little bit as we start to pile on some more interesting bosses with some unique gimmicks. And the final boss of World 2 is Big Jerk. So we'll see how well he goes in a couple hours or so. I don't know if I'm going to get to him tonight. My intention is, like, boat mesh, probably. It's probably where I'm going to be able to get up to. But, yeah, let's take a look. So, you start World 2 with the other three characters having been thrown in prison after immediately entering this world. And I'm left with Galuf. Galuf is alright. He has, he's in Red Mage. I have White Mage, Red Mage, Chemist, and Bard, but nobody has any rank in Chemist yet because I didn't think it was efficient to get at the time. So he's just going to wander in here and smash Gilgamesh in the face. So do I have Protect? I do have Protect. So with Protect and with Mini, I should be able to win any slugfest with... Yeah, this is not going to be a problem. I think he's also vulnerable to Old in case I wanted to really, like, show off the pure power. But Gilgamesh is also vulnerable to Mini, and it does that to you. So, yep. Just gonna slap him with Old. It's not going to change things all that much. He's going to unmini himself soon, I believe. The big thing I should be preparing for is not just this fight, but Bridge Mesh. Bridge Mesh is a boss where I have to count how much damage I have dealt, and then make sure that I deal like just a little bit underneath his threshold, and then silence him before I hit him for the amount of damage that'll send him over the top. Inconceivable, he says. That's enough of a beating today. Don't step out of line again. Although, like, that should not be recognized as, like, an act of courage or anything, because he's, you know, he was tiny that entire fight. Alright, so the game's back together, and now I have to put someone in the Chemist class. So I think I'm going to make Lena Chemist to start. I don't have any level 4 white magic, so I'm going to give her red. Then I'll hit Optimize, see what she ends up with. Healing Staff might be good, but that should probably go to Bart's, just because, like, he won't have anything else to really be doing. Although, honestly, Bart's... he hit level 6 in White Magic anyway. Like, I don't think there's that much point to maxing out White Mage, so he really ought to get working on a different spell list. I'll leave her, come back to her, so he will get Chemist. You can have White, level 6 White is pretty strong, so he's gonna end up with Mage Masher. She has the main Gauche. Yeah, that'll be fine. Mage Masher is reasonably powerful. Green Beret, Ninja Suit, Silver Armlet, Elven Mantle. Give you the Elven Mantle, Sage's Supplice, Plume Cat, and you can take the Healing Staff because you're in the back row. And I think I gave her red. I gave her red. That's perfect. So, yeah, this is going to be the party for the short term. Once Ferris masters Bard, I'm probably going to put her into Chemist, and then Bart's will take Bard for the short term. Actually, let's hit with Romeo's Ballot to start here. Well, that works, so now's the point where we just run. Long term, I still want to see if Galuf can learn double cast before the end of the game. He probably won't, but, you know, it'd be nice. Yeah. Whoa, better not let them see me. Look at him go. One of the other funny things about that section is you can rearrange party members here, and even if somebody else is in the front of the party, when you walk down here past the cage, Bart still plops himself down on the floor to sneak past. It's really interesting. let's actually take advantage of the free healing before we wander out to see the bridge. I don't remember if you have to hit both sides or just one side, but hit them both. Alright, look at that. The gang's all back together. Galuf, I think, is a little bit behind on AP, but it's okay. It doesn't matter particularly much at all. I just fought a couple of bosses. It's like 10 AP. This is not a problem at all. Alright, we'll sing Romeo's Ballot. We'll see how that does. It stops them. Many random encounters are vulnerable to that, and we'll just leave. See ya. Got a message here. Okay, and we'll just leave again. Goodbye, Devilfish. I do not care to fight you. Alright, so I'm now at the bridge itself. We'll cast Kira over the entire party. Save once again, just because I can. How much white magic has Galuf mastered? Okay, it says only up to 3. What are his abilities? He's got white. White level 3. Okay. He's been red mage that long? Wow, alright. So I guess he is losing out. What about Ferris? What level does she have up to? She has level 6. Okay. Yeah, the two of them had level 6, and then the other guys. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. It's time for the battle on the big bridge, the main event. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. Actually, I don't think the Thunder Rod's the best one to put on them, but whatever. Are they vulnerable to stop? Yep, they sure are. This is not going to be a problem. Alright. I believe you have to fight these battles on the bridge. So, I'd love to run away. These fights do not mean all that much of anything to me, but the game just says, hey, you know, have a fight here, have some fun. There's something on the bridge that I believe is immune or absorbs lightning elemental damage. And I need to be careful to... Oh! Double fight. Hello, Vaughn. Things are going pretty well. We're having the fight on the big bridge. This team is exceedingly powerful, so I don't foresee that much of a problem. I don't even have Mix yet, but Gilgamesh is probably not going to be a problem. I know Thundara worked on them, so I'm going to have Lena cast it as well. World 1 went on without that much of a hitch. Certain spots can trigger the bridge fights. Yeah, there have been times where I've just run straight up the bridge and I haven't gotten in any fights, and there have been times where I've gotten many fights on the way up along the bridge. I'm not entirely sure what controls the RNG for it. And we'll just get 2 casts of Thundara, and then this will probably be enough to get me into Guild. Nope. Wild. Alright. You're working on this too. Yeah, I can believe that. I am at the point where it's just like, yeah, you know, just cruise. Just put a neutral, just cruise. The team is strong enough that I don't have to worry about all that much of anything at the moment. You're one of the guys... Are you the guy in the 4-Job Fiesta server with the Pokemon avatar for his stream thing? The dude from Pokemon Platinum on the front cover. Don't know what his name is. I think you are? No, that's somebody else. Never mind. Well, thank you for coming out. I don't always do Fiesta, but when I do, somebody shows up, so that's nice, I guess. So Vaughn, is this your first time playing the game, or have you done it before in Fiesta setting? I'm just in the server, that's not... Yeah. Well, I'm no longer vulnerable to level 5 death. Guess who went through the library vulnerable to level 5 death? Okay. I think somebody... You've done some of them. Alright. Are you aware of just how immensely powerful this team is? Can I inflict stop on Gilgamesh? No, I can't. Good. There's at least one bit of cheese I cannot perform upon him. I'll have Galuf just DPS for the short term here. I need to count, so that's 476. And I guess I'll apply regen with Theris, and then I'll just keep swinging. Ooh, that hurts a little bit. This might be another good time to snap rods. Yeah, Chemist is extremely good. I don't have mixed yet. That was 497. I need to actually pull out a calculator here. Okay, 476 plus 497 puts me at 973. Okay. I think every attack in this fight is physical. Well, I got proved wrong immediately. Good. Great. Well then. I'll just do my best to keep Galuf up, and then I'll have to time. Is he still vulnerable to Mini? No, he is no longer vulnerable to Mini. Plus 476. Okay. Yeah, this isn't going to be helpful, but let's see what happens if I try and cast Confuse on him. Does that work? Like, sometimes he's vulnerable to status effects and sometimes he's not. Ooh, he's got Wind Slash. Alright, this is a more dangerous fight than I remember. The only thing I remember about this fight is keeping track of the HP... Is keeping track of the HP threshold. So yeah, maybe I should just... I think I have a speed shake. Maybe I should just drink that with Bart's. Oh, and I did not count how much damage he did. Oops. Well, my count is now insanely inaccurate, and there's nothing I can do about it. That's too bad. We'll just go from here. Things will be fine. It'll be fine. I bet it'll be fine. I don't think Libra will work on boss fights here. I'll cast it with Lena the next time it comes around. I'm gonna have to pop an Ether or an Elixir on Galuf soon here anyway. Alright, let's take a peek. Libra. What I expect is this is gonna be like most boss fights where it just shows me, yep, question marks, there they are. Hey, well, at least they were good enough to tell me his level. You know, that counts for something. Plus 75. Okay. 2,707 damage has been done so far by my count, but I know I'm missing an extra swing for Bart's, and it's probably in that range, so I probably just passed the 3,000 mark. So I can hit him with a Thundara, maybe a second, and then I'm going to have to silence him and do the things. I'm just going to throw an Elixir here, because I just want to keep... I do have 35 Ethers. I should just have it. Okay, Wind Slash isn't too bad. Just hit the entire party with the Kara. Yeah, this... It's really nice to be able to just heal your party up whenever you get hit by a full party attack. That is really nice. Yep, I got Speed Shake. Alright, Bart's, drink it. And now we see how well I've counted. Alright, he hasn't done it yet. He's up at the top. I want him to wait. I'll have her wait. And then this. Silence. I don't think... Did that work? I don't know if that worked or not. Okay, clearly not. I guess it's the mute spell that I was looking for, or I should have kept fishing until silence stuck. Well, that's too bad. I'm just going to have a slugfest with Gilgamesh now, and I guess that's okay. I have a party that's reasonably well positioned for it. I don't need to count anymore, I'm just going to beat his face in. It might be nice if I had Drink on, like, somebody else besides Bart's, because quicker access to haste would be really helpful, but I don't think there's anything I can do about that at the moment. Turbo speed, we gotta go quick, we need to win. All hands on deck. We'll even snap a rod or two just to get through here. Yeah, just anything more powerful on parts would be appreciated. And man, he is not a fan of Galuf. Huh, I just realized. Does the shell buff... Right. Does the shell buff, have the damage you heal with... Alright, now I need to go. First fight of the day, folks. Having problems with the buttons. But does shell have the damage that you heal from the healing staff hitting you? I don't know if it does or not. That's an interesting thought. I'll be able to check soon, but not that soon, relatively speaking. Yeah, it makes sense that it would, but you know, there are so many strange interactions in this game that I wouldn't be surprised if it somehow got around that. Alright, cool. Gilgamesh has been defeated. Bye, Greg. We'll see you some other time. Let's see. Flame Rod, I think, will be fine. I think it's Neoguru up here that's resistant to Thunder or absorbs Thunder? Alright, those 4 random encounters I had on the way in are totally going to make up for not fighting anything on the backside. And as per usual, I'm going to hit the speed up button through all this because I've seen it before many times. Alright, and now we go. You at least have to secure on party member, so I think so. I can never... Yep, you have to go around the top. I always forget. We'll say stop because I don't know if it makes me get away quicker or not, but I think it helps, so I'm gonna do it. I never know what level you're supposed to, like, what level was intended for World 2, because anytime I play this game, I do some grinding in World 1, so, like, I expect to be able to escape from everything in World 2, and then I start to run into problems in World 3 where, like, the level curve catches back up with where I'm supposed to be at. So, it's always interesting to be like, yeah, World 2 is just kind of a blur because you go fast and there's not much there, you know? Whereas World 1 feels like it drags out for a really long time, and then World 3 will either be extremely quick or it'll take forever depending upon how much extra stuff you have to do based on your party. So, where is the white magic guy? I don't care about black. This is probably the time guy. Yep. Alright. Link, Shell, I already have Asuna. Do I care about anything in the equipment shop? I don't think I do, because I just run from everything until I get to place. Let's flex on the piano. That's the one thing I should do before anything else. Oh, let's slide that over. Yep. Heck yeah, piano flex. Alright. There we go. Forgot the way back out again. I'll take the free heal for the night. I think there are consumables in the village here, but I don't remember what they are or where they are, so I don't particularly care. But I should buy Holy Grails, because Zombie is the one status effect that Isuna doesn't clear, and there are a couple of nasty fights that need the ability to clear Zombie. So, Yep, there's holy water. Let's buy 12. That's a good number. Cottages, and I'll get 11 more. I'll probably have to buy more of them later on. Let's just get 10 of every drink, because I can. Oh yeah, I should probably stop in this town, lol. Yeah, definitely flex on that piano. I don't think any of the equipment is particularly worth it at this point, but like, if you want it, you can get it. I have a lot of extra money left over from the World 1 grind, but I also want to save it for shoes in World 3. I need sandals. I have a crippling addiction to sandals. There's nothing I can do in Yakuza Castle at the moment. I don't have a Beastmaster, so I will get absolutely shredded by the Shield Dragons. A couple Fiestas I have ground up to level 40 on the Shield Dragons when I've had Beastmaster in play, just because I do not want to deal... Like, Shield Dragons are amazingly efficient for EXP per encounter, so like, yeah, let's just fight a bunch of Shield Dragons until I'm level 40. It'll be great. And, like, it works out. You end up being able to just run through the rest of the game, and almost every class can survive an Almagest at level 40. But then at the same time, you're level 40 and you just run from everything else. So, yeah. Don't care about these crabs. I was saying stop at them just because it makes me feel a little bit better. Makes me feel like I get a little bit better chance of escaping. I think this backgrounded tile set gets reused for the waterfall cave, right? Yeah, it seems like it would. I can grab... I don't know what a Lapras is and what, like, a greater Lapras would look like, but I'm not sure I want to find out. Okay, and I'm here. If I can prop down. Might have been better to take the other path after grabbing the item in the chest, but it's a bit late for that. This is a Phoenix Down, as I remember? Yes. Hey, maybe try this out on a boss that's about to come up. Might be a smart idea. I have Raise, so I'm not terribly worried about it. Be careful, Mr. Moogle. So, I mean, I guess I'll cast Mighty March. I might as well, right? And then everyone else will cast Raise on it, because I think Raise can kill it instantly. Yep, there it goes. 9 AP. Hey, Bart's learned pharmacology. He's taken his first steps to getting his chemistry degree. Or his, physician's degree, or whatever it is that allows you to fill prescriptions at the local pharmacy. I am a coward. I do not intend to walk on the sand. I've seen people who play this game faster, a raving loon, or a_raving_loon, who has done a lot of Fiesta stuff. The dude who, like, sort of got me into Fiesta running because I found him doing other things. It's like, hey, this Fiesta, I wonder what it's about. But yeah, he runs across the sand, but I don't. I'm a coward. So this, I think, is one of the times where you just have to wait for things to happen, and while you're waiting, you might as well do other things. So, Google's telling us to take what's in the treasure chest. The Dancing Dagger, I think, has been a lot of other people's main offensive weapon during this run here, where they will use the leveling up mix to increase the level of one party member, and then have them swing the Dancing Dagger and be just the strongest person around. I should probably do that as well. I just don't trust... Excuse me. I don't trust the Dancing Dagger for the upcoming segment in the Drakenvale. The MP Drain and HP Drain abilities in the Drakenvale are not particularly useful when you're likely to get hit satisfy the fact that everything in there is undead. Well, not everything, but many things. So, next major dungeon is the Draken Vale, which has a lot of undead enemies in it. Before I leave World 2, I should spend some time grinding in the Draken Vale for Dragon Fangs, just using the Requiem song. So, I will probably want Ferris to Master Song before I leave World 2. Hopefully I fight enough battles to make it happen. And then from there, yeah. But I guess the most important thing is to see how much damage she does with a single Requiem, because I might have a chance of just one-shotting, like, whatever Dragon Corpse is there with Requiem. Maybe. Being able to slap White 6 on a character makes them really good at, you know, dealing damage to undead creatures. So, I will show it for posterity here, but I will not spend much time in the art basement because I am streaming. I intend to go mildly fast, mildly brisk pace, but I will at least demonstrate the art basement and how it is useful. So, the art basement is full of these guys. The object of art. Using a gold needle on them makes them cast Vanish on themselves, which makes them die. One of the things I find funny is there are a couple of monsters in the world that have Vanish as their release, which should instantly kill enemy monsters, but they have the version of Vanish that these guys have, the one that kills you instantly. So the release for those monsters does absolutely nothing useful for the player. And yeah, the Dancing Dagger is good until I get the Chicken Knife, but like, that's a long portion of the game, I suppose. A long time to just be dancing at my biggest problems. I'll have mixed a couple of times over, and then at that point, Lilith's Kiss, or Drain's Kiss, or whatever it is, which I think is like Maiden's Kiss and Antidote, I think the mix is? I forget. I'm going to need a chart once I eventually get access to mix, and like, have to actually spend some time mixing things up. The spells here are the same spells that I could have gotten elsewhere, but here, just going to grab the Angel Robe, which is probably the best armor I can have at the moment for Chemist, and then I'm going to do this event so that they'll throw me back, give me a harp, and I don't remember what the Lamia's harp does. I feel like it has a status effect tied to it. Confusion-inducing melody. I already have Alluring Air, so this is not particularly useful, but, you know, it's kind of nice to see it in place. The Angel Robe gives a lot more stamina, which doesn't increase max HP, so it doesn't do that much in the grand scheme of things. But it's lower weight, higher magic defense, higher defense, so I'm going to take it for now at the least. And then, now, since the shops here, I think, are the same as the Wriggle shops, or they're I did not remember which way the staircase went. Or they're expanded from the Wriggle shops. I'm going to take a look at them now. It's probably better for me to sort my inventory first. A lot of the stuff I find in World 2, like I'll go out of my way to pick up... Well, I don't need any shurikens. I'll go out of my way to pick up everything, but at the same time, it's not useful in the sense of the word. Don't need that? Alright, I've got some stuff. Okay, let's see. Orhalcum Dirk. Everything I can swing has better effects. I have the Ancient Sword on... Or I'll have a Rod on Red Mage. I have Mongosh and Dancing Dagger, so that's good. Don't need that, don't need that. I mean, it's a gimmick. I might want that. Leaves a sleep-inducing melody. I'll probably end up with one just from climbing the tower. I intend to climb the... What's the word I'm looking for? As I'm going up the tower, the barrier tower, I'm going to fight the battles that have a chance of getting Reflect Ring, but I'm not going to be terribly disappointed if I don't get it. I think I have enough power to just run over the fights in Extest Castle and such. Oh, that's why I had the Green Beret on there. Okay. I'll sell the junk later. I'll just hold on to it for now. And I will start the next story segment. Oh, right, I have to go talk to Cryo first. Yeah, she's up there. We have to remember that the dragon is dying from the mass exertion it did to help us out at the start, and then we need to help it so that it can help us later. Cryo has many weird, strange, magical powers that nobody ever talks about. Or, like, it comes up for the story, and then it doesn't really do all that much otherwise. None of it transfers over to when she's in the team. Rings might be nice for crystals. See, a flame ring is nice for teams that don't have a solution to crystals, but I have Chemist. I can mix resist fire, so I can mix myself absorption to the fire element, and I can just damage the top crystal enough that just heals me every turn. In addition to that, there are 2 dark matters somewhere in the Drakenvale, I think. And I can use those to mix Death Potion to kill the Water Crystal and the Air Crystal. And then for the Earth Crystal, you mix Levisalve. And in addition to that, I have Protect and Blink from the White Magic. So the crystals will not be a difficult fight. The real reason to get Reflect Rings is for World 2 X-Death if you think you'll have some problems with him, because he can be a massive jerk. If your team is not properly prepared for it, he does a good job of just stomping that party, and it makes the last phase go ridiculously quick if you just reflect all damage back at him when he casts his Aga spells. But I think I will be... It might have been good for me to heal my party at some point, huh? But I think I will be, like, in a good enough place with Chemist that I just won't have a problem with it. Like, hey, I can just mix Berserk and just tell him, hey, no, whatever you were regularly going to do, you're not doing that. You're just going to hit me with Berserk. I forget if this guy has anything... I completely forget this boss battle because it's just kind of like a damage race, but I guess I can stop him. So that's good for something at least. And then I'll just take swings at him until he goes down. But yeah, trivial fight here, thanks to Bard. Thank you, Bard. What a good class. But yeah, Bard is about to, like, begin showing its true power, where I'm going to get, in the... What's the town before the Drakenvale? The werewolf town. I forget what its name is. But I will get the, Vampire gets annoying, well, yeah. Especially in this game where it's bugged to, like, hit for full damage instead of half damage. Like it should, in quotation marks. Quelk, right, that's what it's called. I can't open the gate, so I'm just gonna go straight to this point. Just trigger the story. I've seen it 30 times at least, so I'm just going to plus A to get myself through it quickly as I can. Dodge by Lupine, attack. And then we get the reveal that Bartz is from this world and not the other world. Weird that the dichotomy of party members is like, the men are from this shithole world and the women are from the other world, which was doing a lot better until, you know, Exeth finally got the power. Interesting. That effect that they had of the crystals unsealing or the world spinning or something told me, hey, you got an encoder overload. Consider turning it down. Wild. Ooga booga. Alright, teach me Requiem. Okay, now it's time for the annual tradition of messing up this, this lovely werewolf summoning circle. Look at them go. They're free to explore the town. Well, they're free to explore the town. There is new equipment here. They add a guy for the left and the right side for the armor shop and the other shop. This is a repeat of everything that was in Castle Ball, but here is new stuff. I don't have anyone that can wield that bow, so I can ignore it, but it's an 8% chance to instant kill things. It's useful if you have a ranger, especially in this part of the world where stuff is vulnerable to it. This is something for ninja. Poison Rod, I'm going to take a stack of these just because being able to cast Bio might be useful. And then they sell... This is the old stuff. What is the new stuff? Twist Headband, Power Sash, and Power Armlet. I should get a Power Sash and a Twist Headband to put on Bart's, or to put on Chemist, and just have the Chemist swing eternally with whatever the best equipment I can get for them is. Do I not have? Oh yeah, I do have a Power Armlet. I just put it on him because he was attacking at the time. He can get the Elven Mantle. They've got my Mongosh. Power Armlet. I guess I'm just going to overload on the Bard never getting hit. Alright, so Bart's has been set up to just swing hard, hit fast, and then I'm going to go over here, and I am going to trigger the event. I'm going to stay for dinner. Please eat your fill, they say. It heals me, desserts on the house, it's 8 potions. But the other thing to notice, there were 3 sheep. Now there are 2 sheep. First time the game ever confronts, like, yeah, you know, you actually eat the livestock. And I kind of like that. If you eat with them all of the times, then all of the sheep go away. And I think that's a nice touch. Alright, so the Drakenvale. Inside has different encounters from outside. Inside will have undead enemies. The outside at this moment will have wild cats or something. And Drippy. Drippy doesn't do all that much of anything. He might be able to cast Magic Hammer, which is useful if you have blue magic, but I do not have blue mage, so I do not particularly care. And then we're inside. Let's see if I... Yep. Alright, let's see what Requiem does to these guys. Yeah, that's pretty good. So, I will cast Fire. I think they're weak to fire in addition to getting hurt by healing magic. These guys have more HP than I thought. I forgot to retarget. Oops. But yeah, I guess that's going to be 2 Requiems and maybe a Fyra, and that'll kill these guys. Which, I mean, that's okay. The zombie dragons are reasonably strong at this point of the game. And that's 1 Dragon Fang. Only 1. Now to repeat this many more times. And just to make sure that I come back here and get whatever stock I need before the end of World 2. Having 2 bards, or 2 people who can sing at this point, would be very useful, but I don't have that at the moment. Alright, there's Drippy doing his thing. There's the Poison Eagle. I feel like the Poison Eagle can poison you with its attack. I don't remember. That might be incorrect, is the problem. Alright, Drippy fights for me now. Fuck him up, Drippy. Go get him. Yep, there it is. Magic Hammer. He didn't have any MP, so it just did 1 damage. Alright, cool. Good job, Drippy. Good work. This is a good chance to heal myself up back to full, so maybe I should take advantage. I don't remember who is, like, hurt or anything, so we'll just cast that, call it good. I'll let Bart's finish him off, or maybe I should just let Drippy beat himself to death. Alright, taken care of. Dragon Fang. That's right, I ran into a corner instead. Oh boy! I'm glad I missed with Bone. Bone is a special ability that sets you to critical HP, I believe. I think my party might have enough magic resistance that it can make that not always work, but I don't remember entirely off the top of my head what Bone's accuracy is. And that's not enough. Alright, well, I guess it's just they are regularly weak to healing magic, and I need Fire if I want to actually hurt them. That's okay. I can live with that. Alright. Okay. Poison Eagles are also useful because in the final dungeon, worlds will have mixed and collapsed upon in on each other, and encounters from certain sections in the game will show up in that final area. So being able... Actually, yeah, I might be able to demonstrate it with this. That'd be cool. I guess not. The Poison Eagle can cast Float, and it shows up in the rare encounter in Omega's Cave. So if you feel like getting Float but not needing to wander all the way out of the void to get it, if you're playing the Game Boy Advance version, you can use the Quick Save glitch and take care of it without having to walk all the way out with minimal difficulty, so long as you can actually heal it, you know? So, did I actually get it? I did get it. Okay. So, Bone Mail is useful. Man, Golem, seriously? Can I get anybody else? I don't think him running away even contributes to my flee total. What a jerk. You gotta know to fall into the hole, which you would know if you had Geomancer, I guess, but, like, nobody runs Geomancer at this point in the game unless they have to, which I've had to a couple of times. When your first Fiesta run is Geomancer, Chemist, Samurai, and Bard, you tend to learn a couple of thing or twos about the Geomancer class, and whether you think it's particularly relevant or good or whatever. I think Geomancer's an okay class, it just gets a really bad rap a lot of the time. Huh, that wasn't enough to kill Drippy. Alright, well, here's Fyra. Hopefully that does it. Wow. Drippy's a lot tougher than I gave him credit for. Alright. 3 APBs. Reasonably good at this point in the game, but I've still got 62 to go before I can master Bard on Ferris, so... Yeah, that might not happen before the end of World 2, because I like to run from fights. Yeah, the biggest problem with my first Fiesta was the fact that, like, Soul Cannon sucked with Geomancer and Bard. So, like, I had to hide in between every single wave cannon shot, and that is not fun. Why do these bone dragons keep ambushing me? I'm not happy with them for doing that. Stop it. You jerks. Go away. I don't like you. Cast Fyra. Oh yeah, well I see Blue Mage, Summoner, Ninja, and Dragoon. Jeez! Holy crap, that's a good party. Damn. Alright, alright. Yeah. It's, like, aside from Dragoon just sort of being there and not really contributing anything, yeah, that's a pretty good party. Like, you've already won. Congratulations, here's Dragoon. Have fun, kid. Because, like, you've got a magic class and you've got ninja. Like, you can put throw on your blue mage or your summoner and they can wield, like, a spell boosting rod while throwing scrolls for extremely efficient damage. Like, damn! That's a good team. I mean, like, Blue Mage and Ninja are sort of in there for, like, the best classes in the game anyway, and Summoner's pretty damn good too, but, man, all three of them at once? Holy crap, that's a good team. Fuck. I wish I got teams like that more often. I rarely get Ninja. I generally have to buy it if I ever want to see it in a Fiesta. I'm very glad for the large number of Elven Capes at this point of the game, so you can just stuff physical attacks. And Magic Hammer missed. Good job, Grippy. Way to go, pal. Alright, Bart's learned Mix. I should think about equipping Mix on Bart's. I really should think about it. But I don't think the time for Mix is now. I think I'm good to just keep rolling. For the next fight coming up here, Dragon Pod or Hyrule Plant, whatever it's called, I'm going to have Ferris sing Romeo's Ballad to just stop all of the flowers, and then everyone else is just going to hit the pod. I could cast Death Potion if I were really feeling it, but I'm going to save that Dark Matter. I have one currently. I'm pretty damn sure you get another before you get to crystals. I've heard the numbers too. If Golem shows up, yes, I will fight the battle. Oh, well, speak of the devil, there he is. Yes, I know you're here, Golem. I don't particularly care, but I am going to save you. Just because I can. I think I'll get 2 dragon... Do I get 2 dragon fangs out of it? I think I might just get the summon orb for Golem. That would be extremely trolly, but now I'm curious. Does it happen? Let's discover. Alright, Golem, you're safe. You gonna say anything to me? There we go. Wow. No dragon fangs, even though I fought 2 dragons. Thanks, Golem. What a pal. You will now live in my inventory forever as Golem. I hope you like it. Skip through the story because I can, and we're here. Alright. Sing Romeo's Ballad. Alright, now the real fun starts. We just keep hitting it, and hitting it, and hitting it, and hitting it. Where is my speed shake? There's something strange I remember about Chemist. I think it's, the drink that's supposed to increase level does not work in Game Boy Advance, and excuse me. Oh, excuse me again. It only increases the damage dealt with throw. I'm pretty sure, like, it only increases the throw value for weapon attack, which is only useful for actual throw and for Goblin Punch, because blue magic works in mysterious ways. Bartz, please continue to Swords Dance. Bartz, that's not going to do anything. Please. Focus, Bartz. You have a job to do. Do any of the other spells hit it harder? I don't particularly think so, but I think that's 3 Swords Dances so far, so I should count my lucky stars that things are working out as well as they are. Is this thing weak to Bio, maybe? I think this might be a time for Bio Rod. I cannot remember. But I can experiment. Yeah, Bartz is just going ham back there. Good on you, dude. Alright. Poison Rod. Let's see how much that does. It's a little bit more, but I think it just matters they continue to... Actually, Fire might have been better. I guess I'm just going to put the Fire Rod on him, and... Well... I guess it doesn't matter now, huh? Just gotta get rid of the rest of these plants. At least put the fire rod back on him. And we'll cast fire at these two. And call it good. I think there's a chance... Wild. Do you take damage from thunder? No. Alright, well, Bartz is just gonna clean up again. Bartz, please. My dude. I think they have 100 HP, so Bartz just has to, like, swing well enough at these guys. Well, somebody's gonna get hit with something here. It's not going to be pleasant, but hopefully... Oh, well, I guess I'm fast enough. Alright, 10 APB, 1 Elixir. I now have 17, and I have the Dragon Grass. So yeah, that entire fight just came down to Bartz dancing at it. Alright, cool. Good job, Bartz. Don't care about the cat. We'll leave it alone. I still need to grind up escapes for the chicken knife, but at the same time, I don't know if I want to use the chicken knife because it will be extremely unreliable by the fact that it is the chicken knife and I don't have a way to bypass the fleet proc. So 25% of the time, my character is just not going to take the swing. But then again, I don't have to fight that many battles in World 3, and most of the battles I do have to fight can be solved with Requiem. So, I don't know. It's interesting trying to think ahead for what I'm going to be doing on this run. Kira does not do much damage, but I might as well. Take that. So yeah, I guess zombie dragons have 5,000 HP, huh? Man, they're chufty. I'm also going to have to spend some time grinding up turtle shells before I leave World 2 as well. Those will be handy to have. Do not care about cats. Do not care about cats. Should I put on the bone mail? Actually, well, goodbye, dragon. I could have fought you. Trying to remember where the good... I can fight this battle. I think it'll go alright. Let's discover what a cracked flame rod does against Drippy. Yeah, that does enough. I guess it's only the dragon zombies that give the dragon fangs. Interesting. Well, it's time to just only fight them, I guess. Perfect. Couldn't ask for anything else. Who could ask for anything more? Just cast regular fire rod because he's the only guy hanging out. Like, the only thing I have to do is just remember that Bartz, well, that Bartz has the Dancing Dagger equipped, so I want to not swing with him, otherwise he has a good chance of just draining all of his HP with Jitterbug. Just donating his HP to the zombie dragon. That would not be fun. Unless I make him undead as well. How does it work in that case? I'm not crazy enough to find out at the moment. Yeah, the Drakenville's given me a lot of zombie dragon encounters. I'm a fan of this. I hope this keeps happening. I hope it also continues to attack people and it gets caught in the Mongosh or the Elven Cloak. That really helps a lot. I'm very happy whenever that happens. What's my AP at? Okay, only 33 more. Yeah, I guess I am going to Master Bard before leaving World 2. That's nice. And then I'll put her in, I don't know, Chemist. Might as well. How far is Ferris into White Mage? There's White Mage. Yeah, I guess she's on the last thing to learn out of it, so that's good. So we walk back to Quelb. They're still going. Managed to get themselves out of the corners at the very least, so that's good for something. Instead of staying at the inn, we will eat the second cheap, get more potions. I don't need to buy any consumables at this point. The one sheep left standing. I remember coming back to that village in World 3 to pick stuff up for some reason, but I don't remember why. And part of me rolling through that village as I wander around the entire world to get the Barrage Vest comes down to visiting that place for some reason. And that's when I ate the last sheep, usually when I play. We'll grab the Greatsword, because I can. It's not going to see all that much use considering the Dancing Dagger's around, but it exists. Back in the castle, and then I will go up, give the stuff to Cryo, and then I'll keep moving. There's no need to spend any time in the art basement. I do not care at all at this point. Looking to play fast. Then I need to go say hello. A lot of times when I was doing the fiesta last year, that Moogle would be where like Ferris or Bartz or Lena were standing, so we just stand on top of it as the cutscene was happening. Alright, we'll give the Dragon Grass to the Flying Dragon. And then we will... Are you winning, son? I'm winning pretty well. Managed to complete the Drakenville, and I am off to explore World 2 now. So, some of World 2 is open to me. The first place I'm supposed to go is that island. I should be... Yeah, it's going to be captured. Alright. This island in the center of the map here is my next current objective. I've already been all over there. Big Boss is over here, but I'm not supposed to go there yet. I can't access more yet. If I had a submarine, I could go to a special place here and a special place here. This is Suregate Castle, where I can get another song, and that is going to be my first stop on the chain, because that spell is part of what makes Bard the best class in this game, in my opinion. So, we will go get Swift Song, and from there continue on to do other things. Visit Suregate Castle. They should let me in. And then, the thing I do every time, even though I don't have to, is I wander out to get Float. But then again, at the same time, I really don't have to, and I don't think there's anything else to pillage in the supply room back there. There might be. I don't quite remember, so I'm going to find out. Yeah, there's nothing here except at the very end with Float, I believe. So, might as well wander back. Put it back on the shelf. Bartz, get your head out of the gutter. Weird Ronka. I think this is here? Yes, it is. We'll help this lady put the books back, and then continue on through the rest of it. She says, yeah, there's a weird spell hidden here somewhere. I don't know anything else about it. Aha, there is something here. Interesting. Okay. I believe there's something hidden in one of those boxes behind that guy. I think it's a cottage. And the thing is, he talks about a monster called Catoblepus up in that northern section of the map I showed. And you have to come back here after you have picked up Catoblepus, which requires the submarine in this world, and then he will get scared and leave, and then you can grab the cottage that he's hiding. It's absolutely wild that you have to, like, you can choose to come here now for Swift Song, and why wouldn't you? It's really good. Or you could just, you know, come back later. Why? Why does he do that? This game is very strange, and it has so many little gimmicks like that. But I'm glad they're here. I think the shops have upgraded yet again, or at least more stuff has been put into them. I'm going to check and see what he has to sell for swords. Yep, I've got the great sword, which I've already got. Some of these could be useful if I had other classes, but I do not have other classes, so this is what I get. Twist Headband is made into the regular rotation along with the Power Stash, but I only have one guy who will be attacking physically, so I do not care about much of anything else. So, at this point, I am good to just keep rolling through the world. I have to go visit, I have to visit the Great Sage Guido's Island, and then I can continue on to Boat Mesh, which is an interesting fight, but it shouldn't be particularly troubling for this team. I have Shell, I have Protect. Like, I will have time to build up speed before Enkidu shows up, so that entire fight is going to be pretty easy, I think. Continue to use the fast forward button because I can. Alright. Yep. Gotta check my position. Make sure I don't get lost on the world map. I've played this game many times, but do not want to get lost. I will save here. I mean, you can escape from the boat. Well, I mean, you get on, you fight Boat Mesh, so this is the last save I can make before Boat Mesh. But after that, you get into a dungeon, and it's a little bit troublesome to leave it, but you can before you complete it. The dungeon itself has monsters in it that drop an item called the Reflect Ring. The Reflect Ring is notably good for allowing you to make the boss fight at the end of World 2 easier, but I think I have enough artillery chamber to make that not a problem anyway, so I'm just going to proceed with the story, and if I fight anything in the tower that gives me Reflect Rings, I'll take them, but otherwise, meh. I don't think I have a good source of muscle to burst them down. I mean, I have the Dancing Dagger, but, like, that's it. But yeah, it's Boat Mesh time. I should not press fast forward during battle on the big range, but of course I've had it. Barts will not suffer the gobbledygook this day. And I like how everyone moved back to position when this fight starts. Alright, so I'm going to sing Mighty March here, and then I'm going to sing Swift Song, and hopefully accelerate myself up to speed. Everyone else will, oh, actually... Okay, yeah, I guess he did go first. Straight. Alright, we'll start by casting Protect with him, and then I will drink a Speed Shake with Bartz to make him go much faster, and then I will cast Shell with her, and then I'll just make sure everyone gets Protecting Shell while Ferris just starts accelerating everybody. So... Oh yeah, and I have Blink too! Sing Swift Song. Here we go. Okay, White Magic. He can cast Protect because that's the only white spell he can protect, or the only white magic spell that he can cast. He will cast Blink on himself, And I'll use Lena to put Shell on herself. And then I'll just start spreading around the buffs as best I can. I should really consider moving Ferris up in the order and putting Protect on her quick. Or putting Blink on her quick. I think he needs it still. Is there a way where I can tell what buffs everybody has? Ooh, Deathclaw. Interesting, Gilgamesh. You've learned a trick. Yeah, we'll put Shell on her. It's best to keep her going. I can put Protect on, or I can put Blink on her later. Blink her. Does Bartz still have haste? I think he does. Yeah, that's what it looks like it. Who's got it? You've got that. I'll put Protect on her just to make sure. And I'll put Shell on her just to make sure. And then I need to put Blink back on Bartz. And then I'll start doing stuff, I think. Alright, I am relatively prepared. And now we fight in earnest. Have at you, Gilgamesh. A little bit of sandbagging to begin the fight, but we are ready to start working him down. We will go faster and faster and faster over time, till eventually he can't do anything about how quickly we've gotten. Gilgamesh. But here's Gilgamesh and his faithful sidekick Enkidu, where I believe Enkidu is also in the old Babylonian work that he shows up in. Enkidu is a big jerk. I do not want him to stay around any longer than he has to. He might be weak to poison and bio, but I am not going to find out. Light Wind heals for 4,000, so I want him out of here as soon as possible before I start working on Gilgamesh. He's in the back row, so he has twice as much HP in air quotes as Gilgamesh does, who only has... he effectively has twice the durability against physical attacks, which, like, Dancing Dagger is my premier physical attack at the moment that Bartz is going to just keep swinging with, but I at least have a little bit of magic so I can make it a little easier on myself. I've gotten a reasonable number of Sword Dances, but between the two of them, they have a good amount of blue magic. I don't think you can learn... Can you learn blue magic from Gilgamesh? I can't remember if you can or not. I have a feeling that you can't just because you have to see it from, like, original monsters out in the world. But, like, he's got a good spell list to catch up if you actually can, like, learn it from him. Yes, I really need that MP Bartz. That's totally what I need. Actually, I ought to... Don't think that'll stop Ferris from singing? Nope. Alright. Yeah, there's nothing that he can really do at the moment against me. So, this fight is in the bag. He just doesn't get his turn quick enough to do anything, and Bartz will just drain all his life by dancing at him or just swinging at him, so... Yep. Nothing in World 2 is difficult at all with this team. Although apparently he's still up and kicking. Absolutely wild. Not particularly worried about that. I think I'll be able to burst him down. Yep, there he goes. I trust you can take care of the rest, he says, not noticing Enkidu is gone. Enkidu was harassing Zexat Shazat? I don't know how you say his name, the other guy, for a little while. But, going to just speed things up here. And once Enkidu, as soon as Enkidu entered a real fight, he got himself wrecked. So, lesson learned, don't pick a fight you can't win, I guess? I don't know. Alright, now comes a section that I've been a little bit worried about. It's time for the submarine segment and barrier tower. I like that I can just walk into the bottom of the submarine and just be like, yeah, we're just gonna sleep in some chairs down here. That'll be good, right? I mean, we could help pilot the submarine, but nah, we'll just take like a nap, be good, heal ourselves up. And then we go. Come on, he says. Oops. They both intern exit at the top. Get back, he says, but he just told me to go. Come on. But he just told me to get back. Hello, witch. So, I've done a good bit of World 2 by this point. This is Barrier Tower. This is a dungeon that you cannot come back to once you complete it. So you have to make the most of it while you're in there. So what matters now for the short term is there are a couple of key encounters here. Nobody in this fight, unfortunately, so I'm just going to cast Stop at them and run away, because I do not particularly care for the Traveler or its Neon companions. Reflect Knights are in this tower, and they drop Reflect Rings. Reflect Rings will be very useful at the end of World 2 here, but otherwise, like, aside from that gimmick fight, I don't particularly need them. Yeah, actually, if that hit for that much, I should probably, like, pull out the stops here and just hit him. Did I just save? I feel like I just hit a save point, so we're just going to hit the red dragon as hard as we can, as quick as we can. I probably should have cast Kira at the party there. Bart's gonna do it. Who got hit? Ferris got hit. And rely on Requiem and casting Blizzara or breaking Ice Rods at this guy. Don't remember. I think the red dragon is protecting a blood sword. Ooh. That's rough. I'm surprised everyone managed to survive that. Wow. But I don't think it can take that... Okay. That's less HP than I thought it had. But now I need to actually abscond with my ill-gotten loot. If you have a different party, you can, if you have a thief, you can attempt to steal, and then leave that fight, and then repeat that fight as many times as you want until you have 4 flame rings, which absolutely trivializes an upcoming boss fight, but I do not have thief, so I have no flame rings. And then you may be able to steal Reflect Rings from Reflect Knights? I'm a little surprised I haven't seen any Reflect Knights by this point. Oh, right, I need to be running away. I have not seen any Reflect Knights by this point, which really surprises me, but Reflect Rings really help if you can get your hands on them. I could go rest in the submarine, but it'll be quicker for me to just do this and press the fast forward button, so we'll do that. Alright, 25 more AP until Ferris masters Bard, and then I will swap her into Chemist so she can learn Mix. Alright, here's a Reflect Knight. As their name implies, they reflect targeted spells at them. So if I hit them with, say, a Fyra from Galuf here, that would reflect back at me and the party, and I do not want to do that. I can use... So, Bart's is going to be the guy who just sort of sings at them or dances at them, and then everyone else is just going to wait for him to finish the fight. Because every single dance is magical and won't trigger him to turn around. So we'll just accelerate in the short term, hopefully make this fight a little bit faster. I suppose I could put an Ancient Sword or the Great Sword in Galuf's hands, and we could go a little bit faster. Trade a little bit of safety for a little bit of damage. Yeah, I mean, that hits hard enough, but we're still going to win the damage race here. Yep. No reflectoring, as expected. 9,000 gil is a lot of money, and here's another Reflect Knight, so Mighty March, and then just accelerate up. I don't think Swift Song will be active for long enough to really help, but, you know, it's the thought that counts. Sword Stance will allow me to end the fight instantly. That's good to know. Yet, no reflectoring. I'm pretty sure I can... Ooh. That's going to be a hard fight. But let's try... let's try Romeo's Ballot. Okay, that didn't work. Well, we'll just chew through them as best we can. Well, we're gonna be here for a little bit, might as well give regen to the party. And just keep plugging away at these guys until they go away. The Magnetite is not particularly onerous to deal with, but I just don't like him. He messes with my formation. We are in front and back row to promote social distancing, and yet here he is, pulling us closer together. I can't stand him. What a jerk. Goodbye, Magnetite. And then from here, we switch on up. It's time to go fast. Or slightly faster, as it may be. Very happy that the Elven Capes are pulling their weight at this point in time. Being able to just completely dodge physical attacks is very handy, and have like a 1/3 chance of it really makes you good against physical attacks in World 2 here. You don't have anything else to really be equipping in that slot, so you might as well. Demonstrating that Reflect Knights do indeed have Reflect innately. It's as if they're wearing the rings that we're trying to pilfer from their corpses. Wow. What world building. Alright, come on, baby. Well, maybe not. Boomer maxed out his dodge stat. Yeah, Galuf is really good at dodging attacks, it seems. Interesting, the healing staff turned him around even though it didn't heal him, and it cast a spell at him. Wild. Well, still no Reflect Ring. So, up we continue to go. Do not care about these guys. Actually, let me tell them to stop. Goodbye, Gravitator. Goodbye, Traveler. Then, if I were to grind for Reflect Rings, this is the room to do it in, because Reflect Knights have the highest chance of spawning here. But I have a lot of money. I don't need Reflect Rings to survive the World 2 X Death fight, so I'm just going to leave. Goodbye, Level Tricker. Level Trickers, I think, do Libra, and then they cast Level 4 Graviga, and I think if you have the proper mix of Confuse and such, you can also learn Level 3 Flare from them? Oh, yeah. It's something else that teaches Level 2 Old. The Magic Dragon in X-Death's Castle teaches Level 2 Old, which is a really good thing to learn from them, because X-Death himself is weak to Old, or at least vulnerable to it, and it makes him a lot less dangerous than he otherwise could be. But I came up here for a specific reason. I wanted to tent up at the save point here. There is a trapped treasure chest on the other side of the tower, and I want it. It contains a gold hairpin. there are a maximum of 3 possible gold hairpins in the game, one of which needs to be stolen from an optional bonus boss that is really tough to do. Most people have no reason to ever fight that boss, so most people end up with 2 gold hairpins. And reminder, this is in a dungeon that you cannot come back to. So, we'll trigger the trap, we'll find out what it is. Okay, I know I can beat a red dragon, so I'm just going to cast Requiem at it. I should maybe cast Shell on a couple people in the party. Like, Bartz doesn't have anything better to be doing. Do I have the... I will put a Frost Rod on. I will cast Lazara at him. I should be breaking it probably, but eh. I just need to sort of maintain for the short term. Let's put Shell on Ferris because she's our most important party member. I might as well put Shell on Lena as well, just to keep her in the fight should anything go awry. And then Requiem and Lazara one more time. And then I think we have another chance of getting blasted with Atomic Ray. Or just a weak physical attack. Alright, I'll take it. Weak physical attack, I say. If she were in the front row, she would be taking massive damage from that, but that's okay. I think this has the damage that I would take from Atomic Ray, so I think I am safe. Safe in quotation marks at this point. Alright, perfect. Everybody is now level 23? 23. Now, the preparation for, oops. I do not want to fight these guys. Good day, sir. Now the preparation for the boss at the top of the tower here. Do I need to heal? I might as well. Wow, we walked out and fought like 3 battles, running from 2 of them, and we're going right back into the tent. Are you sure about this, Bartz? Yeah, I'm sure. Anyway, my party at this point, I'm going to use Drink on him to give himself haste, and I'm going to swing as quickly as I can, and hopefully I trigger Sword Stance enough. Lena can cast Shield at the very least for whoever's left standing, and she can also cast Pyra. Galuf is DPS at this point. Ferris exists. The best she'll probably be able to do is slap regen on everybody and then hopefully get herself killed so that I can buy time with her going down and keeping everyone else up. Aside from that, I gave her some white magic, so we will have some fun against Atomo here. Good day, sir. I want nothing to do with you. Good day, sir. I want nothing to do with you. You may have a reflect ring, but I do not want it. Not at this point. Alright, it's boss fight time. If this ends up pacing me, then I might stop the stream here so that I have time to, like, grind out reflect rings, or at least get one of them. Alright. Behold, Atomo. White Mage is one of the few, characters that can sandbag out this fight. Perfect. The plan is a masterful success, I suppose. Alright, Speed Shake. And then I will put Shell on characters so that they have a better chance of surviving Comet, I think. And then he will just start swinging. So, the gimmick with Atomo is that he will slowly suck characters to him, and once they finally reach him, they will be sucked into the abyss and removed from the battle. If all of your characters are killed in this way, then you lose this fight. So, the best you can hope for is that he sort of knocks out a character that you don't care about particularly much, and then from there you just keep swinging at him until he goes down. It might be good to knock out a character while picking up another character to stop him from, like, knocking down somebody important, but my priority list at this point is probably, like, Bart's up there is number 1, Galuf is number 2, Lena is number 3, and then Ferris was, like, the least important person. So I just need to keep swinging, and eventually I'll get through his 19,000 HP. I just need to make sure that I kill Lena, like, around the time that I revive her, so that I don't, like, leave any openings for him to knock out a character with Comet that I don't want him to. But he's behaving so far relatively alright, but I'm disappointed in the lack of sword stance so far from Bartz. I don't think he hit anybody with hold, nobody's hair has changed colors, so I'm good to just keep swinging. I should consider breaking the bio rods, the poison rods. I think that might do more damage. Getting to the point where I'm going to need to wake Ferris up and knock out Lena. Let us discover. Poison rod. Do you deal more damage? Yeah, that's more damage. I can buy more of them, so... Okay, Lena, knock yourself out. Oh, that wasn't quite what I was looking for, so I guess Gallif will have to be... Bartz, please, focus, my dude. Well, Gallif will have to do the killing blow here. And then I will White Magic, I will cast Raise, I will get Ferris back up, and then... what's better to do here? I'm going to keep swinging, because that's... Bartz, please, stop that. This fight is going a lot longer than I had hoped it would, but... You know, we'll make the best of the situation. Bartz, please, Swords Dance. Come on, my guy. Please, do not let Gallif show you up. Ooh. Ooh. In most cases, this would be a fight ender right there, because there's no coming back from, like, how slowly you move after you've been slowed. Like, the thing you do at this point to fix it is you knock out your party members and get them back up, or you just hard reset this fight. But I have Bartz. He has haste. Maybe Bartz, Swords Dance, please. Bartz, stop this. Bartz, please. Tempting Tango won't help you at all, my man. Please, Swords Dance. I was about to ask if that did it, but clearly not. Bartz, Swords Dance. Like, I don't think you've hit it once this entire fight, my dude. This is why I hate dancing. This is why I hate the dancer class. It's so unreliable. Bartz, please. The thing that really gets me is, like, if I have to restart this fight, I'm probably going to hit a couple of sword dances, and it's going to go off without a hitch. This fight won't be a problem on a repeat, I don't think. It's just that Bartz is refusing to give me anything to work with here. Bartz, please, you should be... Finally, that's one. Great, now do it a couple more times in accordance with how good your stats are. Nah, fuck it, we're just gonna do the Poison Rod. We're gonna see how this works out from here. I think this run is dead because Bartz has refused to even deal average damage. Well, at least I'll be able to demonstrate Lena getting sucked into the hole. Alright. No, Bartz, I did not want you to aim that at yourself. Wormhole. Alright, let us out of the fight. Now, Galuf, you need to get out of this fight, so... Oh, you swords dance your friend. Alright, fine. Well, I've still sacrificed him to the abyss. Hopefully Bart can roll well enough on swords dance to finish this fight. Come on, man, you can do it. Go get him, Barts. Swords dance. Swords dance. Swords dance. Yes! Not enough sword dancing, but we made it through, eventually, by the skin of my teeth. Why is he being dumb? He's being dumb because that's what he is. But he did learn Drink, Ferris was alive, we got closer to mastering Bard. No reflect rings for me, but I went at a relatively brisk pace, and that's what I care about. The tower explodes because Zesat didn't plan for a way for him to get out of the generator room before it went critical. Galuf is obviously not happy at his other old boomer friend getting taken out by this, so we have to knock him unconscious, save him from himself. The barrier to X-Death's tower goes down. We could go fight him. Could. We aren't. We need information and a way to actually effectively combat him, so there's a little bit more that needs to be done in World 2 here. Now we give a moment of silence for Galuf and his best friend who has just died. I mean, Galuf also died during that fight, but, like, he didn't get exploded along with the generator. We can put him back together. There's nothing we can do for Shazat. Xat? Whatever his name is. And now we have to use the submarine to navigate the world. Alright, so... not here. I might as well just stay underwater for this. Alright, we're underwater. There are 2 extra locations that we can go. Up here leads to a secret cave that brings you out into a big forest. It's a reasonably okay grinding place, but I'm not going to need to go there. I also don't need to fight Catoblepus, so I really don't need to go there. And here is the village of Moor and the Forest of War. Moor has level 5 magic, in addition to Air Knives, which would be good if I had a blue mage. But I'm going to be sticking with the Dancing Dagger for a little bit longer, but getting the good stuff is here. But the next story point is here in the middle of the ocean. And I'm also going to grind escapes as I do it, as I meander through the seabed floor there. The other nice thing about the submarine is that it has, as soon as I, like, hit a destination, I can just wander into the bottom and heal myself up. Another thing to note, I don't think there's a save point in this cave, so I just have to hope I don't get ganked. No. I just have to hope I don't get ganked by the fights in here, which, you know, should be relatively easy. I'm reasonably strong, I'm at full health, I can just heal everyone up if I run into any problems, but yeah. For the short term, we just go. Goodbye, sir. I do not care. Leave me be. Dark Aspic. Dark Aspic? Aspic? Alright. I don't think there's any treasure to get from the stone puzzle. You just do the stone puzzle. So... Wait, did I do the wrong one? Oh, right, I have to... Right, I have to flip the switch first, which I think is this one. Yep. Goodbye, old man. I don't care to see you. Yes, this is it. And I press the switch to remove that, and then we put the rock in the bottom left. Goodbye, old man. I do not care to see you. Goodbye! Take the stone. Place the stone. Goodbye. Dark Aspect. Dark Aspect. I don't care. In this? Is the Wind Slash here, or is it further in? I feel like there's a katana hidden somewhere in here. No, that was in the Dragon Veil. Okay. Goodbye. Right, Galuf isn't even holding a sword. He doesn't need it. Nope, back. Goodbye. Let me open that up. Yeah, I don't... Is there even any treasure in Guido's cave here? I don't think there is. Goodbye. Well, the good news is I'm getting a couple of escapes. As a reminder for people who have never seen this game before, there are two weapons at the end of the game, the Chicken Knife and the Brave Blade. The Chicken Knife gets stronger as you run away, and the Brave Blade gets weaker as you run away. The Brave Blade starts extremely strong, but the Chicken Knife starts extremely weak. Every single class in the game can... Almost every single class in the game can wield the Chicken Knife. My White Mage won't be able to. If you have a Monk, they can't either, but at the same time, the Chicken Knife is the vastly superior option because there are some random encounters in this game that are just really heckin' difficult. If you have a different party, like a Thief or a Ninja, you can just instantly, 100% of the time, escape fights, make them perfectly safe. I don't have that option, I have to actually run, but it's still worthwhile to run from a lot of fights to power up the Chicken Knife for eventual use at the end of this game. If I ever need to deal physical damage in the end game, the Chicken Knife is probably the way to do it. Especially because you can claim the Chicken Knife before doing most anything else in World 3. You just have to worry about the Ant-Eater boss fight, Ant-Lion boss fight, and then otherwise you just keep going. So, we just talked to Guido. He gave me a sapling that is part of the big guardian tree. So what people used to do in this world to handle criminals, instead of putting them in jail, they ripped the souls out of their bodies and put them in a big old tree, and eventually the tree got so full... Oh, he doesn't want to. Oh, we were able to escape the old man. Nice. But eventually all the evil souls in the special tree jail made the tree jail itself evil, and it became sentient. That tree became Exdeath, who is our villain for this game. So, yeah. It was a bad idea in the long term, even though it worked out short term, but we're going to fight this tree and we're going to beat this tree. But we need to go check the seal before we go and fight Exdeath. This is absolutely stupid for a reason that we'll see, because Exdeath knows what we're doing because he's part of the evil tree, but hey, you know, props for trying. Nope, I don't want to take it. Leave it alone. I need to get out of here. I cannot remember if I got hit once or not. I seem to be full health. Alright, cool. I don't need to rest in the boat. Nope. Alright, cool. So there's a tiny passage in the world down here, I believe. So I don't have to go all the way around the continents to get to the other side of the map where I need to be. I have to go down around this bit here. I can't go over those rocks, but I can go over coral. I believe there's coral pointing the way to this. Yeah, like if you go out here... Nope, that's something else. That's a different secret. Never mind. Then we go up. And we're back on the surface. Huzzah. There is one tile of open forest here. So once you get the dragon again, and you have to come back to this village, this is where you land. Alright, now I'm in more. There is something over here that I'm going to want to grab. This is the main gauche. I believe main gauche is French for left hand, and now I have two left hands. I can have, if you have ninja, you can have somebody dual wield left hands. It works. Oh, they put the white magic in the center? Alright. Correct. Alright, so I will buy Curaga, Reflect, and Berserk. Each of these spells will have their use going forward. Curaga being, like, the premier healing ability for white mage. Berserk being able to just turn people into full-on attackers, and the other one, Reflect being useful against World 2 X-Death, but I won't be able to, like, make it permanent. I want to check my items here. Dark Matter 2, okay. Before I fight the next boss... Actually, wait, hold up. There's a pub here. I need to do something at the pub. Because it is a parrying dagger intended to be used in the left hand. Yes, I can believe that. Piano time! This is piano number 7 in the world. There's one more piano somewhere for me to find. After a bit more practice, I will be a piano virtuoso. Bartz is slowly getting better at the piano. I can buy tiger masks. I don't think it helps compared to the more physical options I have here. Sage's Miter might be good for other people. The Luminous Robe is alright, but I think I'm good. I think I'm at the point where I shouldn't be spending frivolously on extra equipment. I have to be just focusing on going. Is there anything else in here I need to sell? I don't really need the Lamius Harp. I don't need the Golden Shield, nobody can wear it. I don't need the Hypno Crown, I'm going to sell it for a lot of money. I guess I've surpassed the Angel Robe already. I guess I've surpassed these two already. But they do prevent silence, maybe I'll keep it. Oh yeah, and I should equip the Golden Hairpin. Alright, cool. So I have a lot of money just sitting around. It'll be useful eventually. I'm going to stop here. My throat is very hoarse for talking for like an hour and 45 minutes. And aside from that, I want to do a little bit of preparation before I go and fight the next boss. I guess on stream here I will fight one more battle on the world map. Yeah, Kirby, sure, these guys are good. I think I will be able to get Ferris to max out Bard from this. And then once I do that, I am going to put her in Chemist and put Bartz in Bard. And then I think I will do some grinding in between the next time I stream this and now, so that I can show off, like, so that I can get the Dragon Fangs I want and the Turtle Shells I want before going into World 3, and so that I can be just, like, so that I don't have to show any grinding on stream. That is my ultimate goal, to not, like, to show only the interesting things about this game. And, like, having Chemist means that you are sort of incentivized to pick fights that you wouldn't otherwise need to take, but, yeah. These guys are more durable than I thought they'd be. Well, like, I do suppose I would have been able to, like, buy the top tier of Black Magic. You did miss the battle at the Big Bridge. Is there another chance for it? There's one more chance for it next week. That gave me elixirs. That only gave 2 AP. Well, never mind. I guess I will not max Bard before saying goodnight. There is one more chance, I think, at Battle at the Big Bridge music. Next time, we might see it. Depending upon when other people are streaming, I will stream again Thursday or Friday. I'm not quite sure which. Anyway, have a nice night, everybody.